All right, we're back. We're here with Michael Brothers. He is a photographer here local in Chelmsford.
Yeah. I grew up in Chelmsford and went to McCarthy Middle School, Chelmsford High School, started my business in Chelmsford. So yeah, been working in Chelmsford for a while.
And you have other brothers and sisters as well?
I have 2 older brothers as well, yeah. So it's the brothers.
I think the Brothers family is like a well-known family.
Let's hope so, for good reasons.
So tell us a little bit about these awards and things that you've won and what you do.
Yeah, so I've been honored the past couple of years to win. Well, this past year I won the Best Photographer in Chelmsford, and from the Reader's Choice Awards, and I won the Silver Award for the region, which is like 13, 14 communities for Best Photographer.
Wow.
And last year I won Best Photographer in Westford and the Gold for the region. And the previous year before that I won Best Photographer in Chelmsford and the Silver for the region. So
now what kind of photography is it? And
I try to do as much as I can, all types of different photography. I do lots of weddings, from locally at the Radisson all the way. I've gone up, upstate Maine. I've been to Mexico for a wedding. I do lots of family shoots, a lot of local businesses. I work with them, getting pictures for their websites and stuff like that. Family portraits I worked with, the past 2 years I've done the Chelmsford Pop Warner pictures, which has been good. I've been able to give back to the community there. I've donated about $2,600 back to the Pop Warner organization doing that too. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, whatever I can get my hands on, I take pictures of it.
So is photography your full-time career? Is it your own business? Or?
It is my own business. I'm the owner and photographer of Michael Brothers Photography. Pretty much I run the show by myself. My wife helps me out on the other end, not on the camera side, but I am also a full-time firefighter in Chelmsford as well.
Awesome.
So I have 2 great jobs.
Dual role.
Yeah.
Well, it's good for firefighter because you're on for what, like 24 hours, or maybe like 48, and then
in Chelmsford we do 24 on, 2 days off, 24 on, and then 4 days off.
Right.
So
got to occupy your time in the interim.
I stay busy. Yeah.
So I assume when you're kind of going back and forth between, like say Pop Warner, right, which is like a high action type of sport, right? Different shutter speeds? Like, is there a difference?
More with the Pop Warner stuff, that's more of just the traditional posed picture, and then you get the team pictures. I'm not doing the action pictures.
Okay, all right.
It's just more of like the team stuff that everyone gets when they're going through the system. That other stuff that you're talking about, the shutter speeds and the apertures and stuff like that's more wedding based, and I'm more of a photojournalistic type. I don't pose people. I'm just there to document. And so everything's kind of on the fly while I'm doing that.
What makes your photos award-winning?
I don't know. I mean, I think what it comes down to is I love taking pictures. I mean, that's my passion. And maybe that comes through in my pictures. I can't say technically I'm the best. I don't, who knows? Is
it like catching your subject at a particular moment? Like, sometimes if you go in to get a photo, like a headshot or something, and it's like trying to like coach out that like natural smile, or maybe you just got that like one instance where like people were really in a.
I think what I guess, I don't know if it's award winning, what I try to do with clients is to make them comfortable, because everyone knows that's ever had their picture taken. It's quite awkward. So if you can, just make someone smile, laugh, joke, talk about how awkward it is, it kind of takes that away. And then you can just catch them smiling. Like I'll maybe tell a joke or something, or make them smile, then tell them to be serious and go back and forth until they smile. And that's when you catch it. As far as like weddings and stuff like that goes, I just try to tell them, pretend I'm not even there. And I just try to capture them enjoying their day because, again, I'm not there to dictate how their day goes. I'm just there to capture their day.
You know how important it is to have a reliable photographer for a wedding?
I do.
I have heard so many nightmare stories about like photographer doesn't show up, or like they never get their photos after. I mean, that's like, you talk about Bridezilla. I mean, that is like
it's a big deal. I mean, it's besides the birth of your children, getting married is the biggest day of your life, and you want someone who's done it before, who's capable of doing it at the right time, and that is a pleasure to be around. You don't want to be on your happiest day of your life with someone that you don't care for, or that's annoying you because they're like on top of you all day trying to get the pictures. So it's just a matter of just being yourself, being happy, and happy for the couple, and getting their best day.
Now, do you work solo, or do you have like a group of people that you
99%.
contract with?
The majority of weddings I do, I'd say like 99% of the weddings I shoot by myself. I'm super confident in the fact that I know how things are supposed to go, the timelines of everything, where people are supposed to be, where they're not supposed to be, stuff like that. If a client wants additional photographers in the beginning, someone with the bride, someone with the groom, I have other photographers that I work with that I can call upon to go. But again, most of the time I'm just bouncing around, doing it myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you ever do any sort of photoshopping, cropping, anything like that after the fact?
What I do is I'll take, on an average wedding, depending on the time they have me there and the party itself, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 pictures at a wedding. And then I'll go through them all and pick out solid pictures that are worth giving to the client. And from those, I'll crop the pictures to get rid of any useless, extra stuff there. And then I'll edit them and Photoshop them to soften the images and get the coloring and lighting right.
Now, do you ever do any sort of like video work or anything?
I don't. I never got into the videography part of it. I mean, I do my own family stuff. I made Christmas videos and stuff like that for the kids and stuff, but nothing professionally. I went to Montserrat College of Art while I was at ULowell, and I took photography classes there, and I've always just loved the still photography.
Wow.
So that's kind of what I put my emphasis on.
Now, if people are interested in your services, do you have like a website?
I have a
or
website.
something?
Yeah, it's www.michaelbrothersphotography.com. It's just my name and photography.
Okay, and your phone number and way to contact you on there?
My phone number, everything. There's forms you can fill out that go right to my email. My phone number is there. Everything's pretty self-explanatory once you get there. There's
Now,
a contact form.
how far out do people usually have to book you?
I've seen a shift since I started. I did my first wedding in 2010, and then people were booking a year and a half out. Now it's like 6 months. I have some that are a year and a half. It's really all over the place, but a lot are less time.
How do you balance that with being a firefighter? Do you already know what your schedule is going to kind of be?
I know my schedule until I'm going to retire. Yeah. So, because it's a set schedule, so we know.
It's like my wife. She's a nurse. She's
Right.
like, she could tell you every weekend she's going to work for the rest of her life. It's
I know with the fire department, I know I'm working like 13 out of the next 15 Christmases because I just know my schedule ahead of time. So I can look at what I have coming up for photography stuff, check it with my fire department stuff, and make things work there.
Wow.
Yeah, works good.
So tell me about being a firefighter a little bit.
No. I have to easily say I have two of the greatest jobs in the world, being a firefighter and being a photographer. I don't know how else to say it. It's just the ability to help somebody when they need it most. I know it's cliche, but it really, it affects you personally, and it's such a good feeling to be able to do that for somebody.
Now, are you also EMT certified?
Yep. Everyone on the Chelmsford Fire Department's EMT basic level. There are a couple paramedics as well.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with the Chelmsford Fire Department. Just a great team of people.
Yeah.
Response rates are really good, and if you're in a real pinch, believe me, you're happy to see the truck come around the corner.
We're happy to be there. Like I said, it's the best job in the world.
Now, do you ever get cats out of trees or what?
No. You got to be careful with those guys.
Now, are you centered in the center fire station, or where are you at?
Right.
Where do you go?
Right now, I'm currently we call them floater. I work out of the center station, but if someone's using vacation time, personal time, out on an outlying station, I'll go to one of those stations for the shift or not. So I'm kind of bouncing all over the place.
Right. And you just never know day to day what's going to pop up. And
No. I know. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
I know that Route 3 is that seem to be like a problem, not a problem, but like a problem area because there's so many like.
The highways are. There are two major highways through the state, Route 3, 495, that come right through the center of town, and they're busy. They give us some work there almost every day around the highway, one way or the other, whether it's a medical at the rest area or a car accident or who knows. Yeah. You're always on there. At least once a day, I would say, at least.
Now, what's it like to work for Chief Ryan?
Chief Ryan is a good guy. Chief Ryan is a good person. Nice, easy to talk to. Get along with Chief. He's a good guy.
One of the things I liked about Chief Ryan is he was in part of the fire prevention, and always easy to call. So like if you ever had, I'm in real estate, so you got to put up a lot of smoke detectors, and you always get that one room that's like maybe it's got like 1 step, 2 steps down.
It doesn't have a closet. It doesn't count.
Does it qualify? And they're very easy to talk to. If you ever call the fire prevention office, they give you all the information that you need.
Yeah.
A lot of times they may even like just pop out there and just show you what you need to do.
Everyone on the fire department, from the chief down to the junior most firefighter, they're professionals. That's what they do. We've all been trained at the academy, and that's our livelihood, and try to do the best we can at it.
I went to school with Pat Daly, and my father one time had an medical issue, and I was just so impressed because after that he actually followed up with me and just said, "Hey, really to know how your father did, and you make out."
That's one of the benefits of growing up in town. It's hard to go on those calls when you know somebody, but you can follow up after and see how everyone's doing. So.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate coming on the show. It's all the time we have.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
MichaelBrothers.com?
www.michaelbrothersphotography.com.
Awesome.
Thank you.